All right, welcome. And look, this isn't just another explainer. Think of this as a strategy briefing. Over the next few minutes, we're going to completely dismantle that old work harder myth and rebuild your leadership framework so you can make a much bigger impact with way less but far more focused effort.
So let's just get right into it by tearing down the biggest lie we've all been told, that hard work is the direct path to wealth. It's not. Honestly, it's a path to burnout. The truth, the thing that really separates a linear career from an exponential one, is that leverage creates wealth. I mean, think about it. A software developer can write a piece of code just once, and it can serve millions of users. That is leverage. A consultant, on the other hand, can only bill for the hours they physically work. That's just labor.
You know, most leaders are stuck on this treadmill, basically just renting out their time for a salary. And hey, even a really high salary is still a trap if it's tied directly to the hours you're putting in. So today, we're building the framework to break free of that, to start creating assets that work for you, completely independent of your time. Okay, so what's the foundation for all this? It's crucial to understand that modern wealth isn't built on effort. It's built on a powerful trifecta. Let's break down these three pillars: specific knowledge, accountability, and the one that multiplies them all, leverage.
First step, specific knowledge. Now, this is not your college degree. This is that area where your natural curiosity becomes a genuine obsession, where the work you do actually feels like play. This is what makes your knowledge so unique and so valuable, because it can't just be outsourced or automated away. It's authentically you. So I want you to really pause and ask yourself this. Seriously, is it dissecting market trends, building these intricate systems? Maybe it's crafting compelling stories? Whatever it is, the answer is the bedrock of your unique value. That, right there, is your gold mine.
Okay, next up is accountability. This just means you stop hiding behind a corporate logo. You start taking on risk under your own name. See, when you publicly own your decisions and their outcomes, the good and the bad, you build a reputation, and society rewards that. It gives people with integrity and good judgment more responsibility, more equity, and ultimately a whole lot more leverage.
And that is the payoff, right? Your personal brand, your name, it becomes an asset in itself. A strong, authentic reputation is the currency that buys you bigger opportunities and more trust. And both of those are powerful forms of leverage.
And that brings us to the pillar that ties it all together, leverage. This is the force multiplier. It takes your specific knowledge and your accountability, and it just amplifies their impact 1,000 times over. It's how one person's single decision, when amplified by the right tools, can generate millions in value.
Now, this slide shows a really critical distinction. Labor, people working for you, that's old school leverage. Capital, or money, is better, but you usually need someone's permission to get it. The new frontier, the real magic, is in permissionless leverage, things like code and media. You can create a piece of software or a podcast that literally works for you 24/7, reaching thousands of people at almost zero extra cost. This is the absolute game changer. Okay, so let's get tactical. Theory is great, but the impact really comes from execution. So think of this as your new operating system, a playbook for translating all these concepts into your daily and weekly actions. Your first discipline is to filter your day. Before you even start working, run every single task through this matrix. Most leaders live in those urgent quadrants, putting out fires. But high-leverage leaders fiercely protect their best energy for the top right box. Important, but not urgent. This is where you strategize, where you build relationships, and where you create those scalable assets. Now, how do we take that daily discipline and blow it up into a full weekly system? You structure your whole week around creating leverage, not just being busy. So Monday is for identifying that one key domino you need to push. Tuesday is for clearing the decks, Wednesday and Thursday are for that deep, uninterrupted creation time, and then Friday is for reflecting and learning so you can recalibrate for the next cycle. And here is a concrete challenge for you. I want you to try this 30-day roadmap. The goal isn't just to offload work, it's to systematically buy back your time and your mental energy. This is how you create the space for those high-leverage decisions and the creative work that only you can do. But let's be real for a second. The biggest obstacles here aren't tactical. They're in your head. It's that ego trap of, oh, I can do it better myself, or that fear of losing control. It's confusing being busy with being productive. Just recognizing these internal barriers is the first and honestly the most critical step to actually applying any of this. All right, let's pull back for the big picture here.
All of this, the specific knowledge, the accountability, the leverage, it's all in service of one master skill, the ultimate meta skill that makes everything else work. And that skill is judgment.
This right here, this is the fundamental mindset shift you have to make to win in the modern economy. You've got to stop thinking in terms of linear inputs and outputs. The game you're playing now is about finding that one decision, that one action that produces a completely non-linear, exponential return.
And this really brings it all home. Your main job as a leader is not execution. It's not about being the busiest person in the room. It is about making a very small number of very good, very high consequence decisions. You earn with your judgment, not with your time.
I want you to picture it like this. A single, well-placed, high-leverage decision you make today, like picking the right market, hiring the one right person, or building the right system. That one decision can keep paying you dividends for years, compounding on itself long after you've forgotten the initial effort.
So I'm going to leave you with this one question. This is your new North Star. Forget your endless to-do list. Your true job is to answer this question every single week, because that answer, that is where your focus, your energy, and your unique genius truly belong.